Act your age. Unless you're Elijah Wood, then you can play 20-year-olds forever. Visit Wendell W. Wright's website at www.www.org/user/WendellWWright.htm. Our story begins at a Caucasian farm in upstate New York. Can't believe we have to write the entire alphabet. What is this? Their assignment is to mathematically explain the appeal of Kevin James, and he just can't do it. Oh my, I'm sorry, homework. This has never happened to me before. Great. There is absolutely no solution to this. Maybe I could perform harakiri with this. I'll just carve my answers here and turn in the desk. Oh, the moment young Jim Morrison rebelled. Uh-oh, it's Ms. Crabapple. My eyes are up here, Jim. Hold on, I'll be right there. Don't look. Nothing. Oh, that's good moisturizer. Principal Edmonds, Ms. Crabapple and I are getting married. Here's your save-the-date card. Principals can't see you if you don't move, kids.
Yes, Jim.
Talkie.
Well, Mr. Evans, Miss Black wanted me to bring this to you. Oh?
It's a note. She likes you. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Why don't you sit down, Jim?
On a bench, outside, across town.
I understand you have an unusual pencil, Jim. Yes, sir.
That'll be all.
That is, it's nothing special. But you're rather proud of it. It has my name on it. I won it in an essay contest. May I see it?
What are your intentions, sir? This is a pen from TD Bank.
Personally, I think that something like this is better for carving.
Laser pointer?
I'll fix the desk, Mr. Edmonds. I'll sand it down and refinish it. You won't be able to tell where I scratched it at all.
I'll name names.
That's a good idea, Jim.
I'll begin today after school.
That would be fine.
Well, what else do you want me to do, Mr. Edmonds?
I'm laying it on the line here.
Perhaps you can help me with the problem. I'd like your advice, Jim.
My advice?
Yes, I've got quite a serious problem.
There's a whiny vandal in my office.
There are a great many young people in the school, Jim. Each is an individual, but in one important way, they're all alike. They're all growing up.
And we've got to stop them.
Is that the problem, Mr. Edmonds?
Yes, growing up is a problem. Because, well, I remember one time I watched some of the boys play ball. You've probably seen it, too.
Doodly,
The
doodly,
boys are all
doodly.
about your age. In years, they're young men. But sometimes in their behavior,
Not so much.
They act like children?
that's it. A boy batting struck out, and what a fuss he made. He was a young man in years, but the way he behaved was more in keeping with a 5-year-old.
I'm rather
When you see a
disappointed.
child do the same thing, you think, oh, well, he'll grow up sometime. But at 15 or 16, this boy was still reacting the same way. He was still showing violent temper when little things went wrong for him.
Now he's governor of New Jersey.
So the question is, why doesn't he grow up?
He's a Toys R Us
Why does
kid.
he still behave as a child? How can we help him get rid of these leftovers from childish behavior?
A boring movie?
That sort of behavior we call an infantile reaction.
Infant.
Baptism?
Well, whatever it is, it spoils the game for others. Why can't he act his age?
Oh, that's rich, Jim.
I guess scratching a desk spoils it for others, too. Why can't I act my age, eh?
Young Bob McKenzie.
That's what I'd like to know, Jim. Well, you know what to do about the desk. But now this pencil.
I'll give you $50.
If you were a first grader, I'd just keep it, wouldn't I?
Oh, but Mr. Edmonds, I'm not a first grader.
My mom says I'm a really big boy.
Oh, you're not. So suppose you start fixing that desk. Come back for your pencil when you feel you're ready for it.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Jim.
Hey, you carved Principal Pervert on my desk.
Why can't I act my age? That's a good one.
Anyway, where's my juice box?
Oh, well. Fix up the desk and forget about the whole thing.
Get back to my Legos.
Pencil gone? Oh, yes. Maybe one of these pencils will do it.
Oh, there's immature, and then there's just plain stupid. Oh, why I oughta...
Hey, act your age.
Use more curse words.
No use getting sore. That won't open the can.
Did you try crying?
Hello?
Snuffleupagus?
Oh, Mr. Olson.
Are you here to change me?
Need some help, son?
Why, yes. Do you have a knife or something to open this?
Yes, I guess so. I'm using yours to carve up a desk, I see.
No, a pencil.
A pencil.
What's that?
Bright crop of young fellows in this school. Every day think up a new way to act like babies. Never grow
Hey.
up. Still little boys playing with marbles.
Marm?
Pencils, knives, pulling girls' hair.
Drooling, object impermanence.
Well, there's no sense in cleaning up here until you're through. I'll come back later.
I hope that I've inspired and encouraged you.
Still little boys. Playing with marbles, eh?
That does sound pretty sweet.
But maybe it's true.
Maybe I should just embrace it.
Remember what Bill did yesterday. He was sitting right there.
Oh, I summoned him with my thoughts. I'm a wizard.
I guess he thought no one was looking when he took Jean's notebook. Was he cheating?
Or was he composing a scholarly rebuttal to Jean's work?
Probably. And that's a childish thing to do.
Why, compared to Bill, I'm like a wise grandfather.
That's a child's way out. Then there was Phyllis the other day. She seemed to be worrying about something, and when Miss Black called on her, and she wasn't ready with an answer,
She just said Burma.
why, you'd have thought it was something terrible that had happened. She almost cried. Just like a little girl.
I get it now. Everybody's worse than
Yeah,
me.
That's it. An infantile reaction. Why don't we act our age?
Precisely how has the older generation failed us?
I'm going to talk to Mr. Edmonds again. After school tomorrow.
Oops, I watched cartoons all night and overslept.
I've given it a lot of thought, and, well, I'm not the only one, Mr. Edmonds. Everyone seems to act childish sometimes, but I don't understand just why.
Well, it's
Because you're dumb.
partly because of the way we grow up. Your body's growing up now, Jim. You're growing much taller these years. But it may be some years more before your shoulders really broaden out and you become fully grown.
That's funny for some
Growing up
reason.
emotionally is much the same. Different parts of our personalities grow at different rates. Some of us never grow up entirely.
I'm still nursing, for
So
example.
one side of a fellow's personality could be grown up, and another still infantile. Is that right?
Yes. For example, you've seen the girl who always has to win an argument.
And speak in
Most
public.
of the time, she behaves like a young lady. But let someone disagree with her, well, she might just as well be 5 years old. We see reactions like this with young children.
Oh, baby, don't go. Come back.
Then there's the fellow who can't take a joke. He laughs as hard as anyone at most jokes, but when the joke's on him, watch out.
He's got a knife.
His 5-year-old brother would react the same way.
He's got a small knife.
There's the boy who constantly shows off to gain attention.
Gary Busey begins.
There's the girl who cries over trifles.
I love you, Trifles.
Then remember, there's the ball player who becomes violently angry when he loses out.
Hey, it's a lousy clip show.
Those are some of the many infantile reactions we see around us every day. They indicate that a part of one's personality isn't growing up with the rest. Now, what we need is some method of measuring our growth, comparing various parts of our personalities.
I'll get a tape measure.
Say, I have an idea, Mr. Edmonds. I think I can figure out my age. Anyway, I'd like to try.
Just a minute. Don't you want your pencil?
No, sir. I'll wait until I know how old I am.
He never returned.
Let's see. How old am I?
Better count my rings.
When someone disagrees with me?
I call him a jerkwad.
When someone pokes fun at me?
I call him a dingleberry.
When I want attention?
Say the word booby.
When I am confused?
I start crying for Mumsy.
When I don't get what I want?
I call everybody buttheads.
There. I guess those are pretty important times to watch out for infantile reactions.
And infantile
Now to
dysfunctions.
rate my age today, and then see how well I can grow.
Or whatever. I'm just a kid.
Oh, hello, Mr. Olson.
You again?
The childish idiot?
Carved up another desk already?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how old I am.
Ask your mother.
Hey, right back at you.
How old I am and the way I behave.
Oh, don't rate yourself too high.
Thanks, adult.
I won't bother you, will I?
No, this is too important.
Way more important than TV or girls.
I thought of it 2 days ago, so I made several copies of this and had my parents rate my age in each of these points, and my best friend.
A former best
My
friend.
rating wasn't exactly high in some places.
But it looks like a good rating system. What do you do now?
Well, I'll have to work hard to bring my rating up.
Bribe some judges.
Here, for instance, where it says, how old am I when I don't get what I want?
I don't even register.
I rated myself 10 years old, and my dad put it even lower than that. So I'm going to get in the habit of controlling my temper, and maybe next month I'll have a better rating. And by next year, I want to catch up with my real age.
That's something to look forward to.
I'll see.
Hey, would you kill me?
Well, I'm not going to tell you all my ratings, but I thought you might want a copy of this.
I certainly would.
This is hilarious.
I think everyone here should rate himself and have his friends rate him this way, to make sure he grows up evenly.
And gets rid of those infantile reactions.
And gets rid of those infantile reactions.
I think I'd like my pencil back now.
It's there on the desk.
Or maybe I'm sitting on it.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Mr. Edmonds. Goodbye.
Thanks for shaming me out of the joy of childhood. Oh, hi.
How old are you?
Huh?
Wouldn't you like to try rating yourself on a sheet like this?
Boy, would I. Let's see. When someone disagrees with me, I slander them in the press. When someone pokes fun at me, I call their character into question. When I want attention, I post vague messages on Facebook. And when I don't get what I want, I just manipulate circumstances until I do get what I want. Yep, I'm an adult. Checks out. Goodbye. Wah.
Oh, don't rate yourself too high.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy my videos, there are 2 major ways you can support me. Please subscribe to my channel and like and share Fun with Shorts videos. And please consider a small pledge to my Patreon campaign, where you can see new riffs first and get exclusive patron-only videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you again real soon.